Hello everyone. In this session today let us try to understand on the topic of modern bank management. It is the title under in this title session for in the unit 1 segment banking. What are the segment banking features, types, merits and demerits? So these things let us try to understand in this session. Myself Dr. Srinivasaya, Department of Collegiate Education, Government of Karnataka. What are the learning objective of this session? The learning objective of this session is to understand the types, features, merits and demerits of segment banking. And what is the session outcome of this session? The students will be able to understand the areas of operations in the bank. What are the different areas of operation, different segments of bank? So these we can understand with the help of this session. My presentation plan is like this: introduction to segment banking, meaning of segment banking, features of segment banking, merits of segment banking, demerits of segment banking, and recap. And whatever the presentation has been made, this summary is going to be present in this plan. Segment banking, it is the practice of banking method by dividing different bank segments like personal banking, home loan, corporate banking, and wealth management. In the personal banking, mainly what all things are expected to include in the personal banking, that is credit card, debit card. So these are the important personal banking features in the banking system. In the home loan segment, normally lending loan towards the home construction as a priority sector. In corporate banking, it is in relation to mergers, acquisition of a corporate houses, and wealth management. In the wealth management, it is in relation to asset management of a bank. Suppose a bank is maintained by the different kinds of different kinds of demat accounts. These demat accounts selling and buying securities on behalf of an individual, it is being professionally managed with banks. While banks might have different names for their various business operations, but still they have some business functions as these categories. Some larger banks are also have some business functions, these categories. So these business segments outside of the traditional banking within the banking system, this bank segment helps us to better understanding of differences in customer preferences and attitudes. Financial institutions can more effectively tailor the products, services, pricing, marketing, sales and communication for the customer needs. Here this segment is going to help for a banker. There are various preferences of customers and their attitude. These banking institutions, that is financial institution, can effectively tailor products, services, pricing, marketing, sales and communication as per the customer needs. It is expected to deliver. And then further, this is targeted approach allows financial institution maximize market share wallet and develop deeper customer relationship. So here what is going to happen? So customer and banker relationship is going to be a deeper, which means there is a very good bond in it. When it is going to happen very good bond, obviously there is a possibility of increasing in the market name and fame of a bank. Bank can focus on a specific segment or attractive to serve and that may offer best opportunity for the growth. As a result of this segment banking by providing good services, so bank there is an opportunity for the growth of a banker, growth of a banking or a financial institution. So therefore, segment banking is going to provide, or it is a practice of a banking method in a specialized method when it is been giving services in a specialized method. As a result, possibility of extending services according to the customer's needs. Further, meaning of a segment banking. So it is a method of banking practice by different segment of banks. Here, what are the different segment of banks? Main segments of banks, that is retail banking, wholesale banking, wealth management. Here, retail banking or personal banking involves deposits, and there are various deposits banker is going to accept. What are those deposits? That is saving bank deposits, current bank deposits, recurring bank deposits, fixed bank deposits. So this is involved in the personal banking segment. Here, when we are going to involve only with this segment, so when we are keep on practicing only these kind of practices, obviously there is a good efficiency, good services are expected to happen. At the same time, mortgages, loans. After accepting these deposits, they are going to give mortgages. They are going to take mortgages and extending loans. As a result, the banking, the efficiency, good services are expected to happen. So then, a very good name and fame can be gained with the help of the segment banking. Credit card. It is one of the important segment in the personal banking management. So when the customers needs money, immediate money, so obviously they can take it through a credit card. So when understanding this, what are the merits and demerits of this credit card in that particular segments are going to handle this matters very critically. So therefore, there will be a less mismatch of financial things. Wholesale banking, it is related to sale and trading and mergers and acquisition. It is going to take place here, merger and acquisition. When industry is merging with another industry, when one industry is going to acquire another industry, this is going to take place with the help of this banking system. As a result, this is going to be a different segment. Wealth management. This wealth management involves assets and liabilities management. What is this assets and liabilities management? In the bank, there is a unit. There is a segment of the capital market operations. These capital market operations, they are going to looking after the demat account. The demat account is going to be maintained with this bank. In this segment, banks are going to maintain of its customers shares, bonds, debentures in a very professional manner. As a result, the profitability of the customer is also expected to increase. At the same time, profitability of the bank is also expected to increase. And there is a very good bond. It is expected to happen between customer and a banker. So therefore, these assets and liabilities being maintained in a particular wing, in a particular segment. As a result, so there is a scaling the name and fame of a banker. These assets and liability, wealth management cannot be handled a common staff of a bank. This needs a particular training, a good efficiency in knowledge. As a result, what is going to happen? There is a possibility of smoothing the activities of the wealth management. So therefore, this segment is going to be handled professionally. It is going to be useful bank as well as customer. So therefore, it is a method. It is a practice of different segment of bank. It is called as a segment banking. The segment banking being practiced in the name of retail banking, wholesale banking, personal banking, and the wealth management. Like these various names, we can call it as totally. We can say that The segment banking is a practice of banking by dividing different or various bank segments. Further, what are the features of segment banking? The important features of segment banking is it is a practice of dividing group of individual needs. I told an important feature of a segment banking. It is a group of individual needs. Example, let us take Demat account holders. Demat account holders with the bank, they want their assets as to be maintained professionally. When there is a separate segment banking with the bank where the wealth management segment, so it is being managed professionally. This cannot be managed with all the bank staff. So therefore, in the segment banking, we can say that it is an important feature, that is dividing a particular group of individual need, group of particular individuals are going to manage things professionally of their customer needs. Segment banking, second one, segment banking, need-based banking system. Here need-based banking system means customer wants a particular need. Say for example, a credit card wing, credit card segment, home loan segment. So it is a need-based. The home loan segment, so that is when the people who are working in the home loan segment, what are the documents required for providing the loan, they will be knowing the better than the person who is accepting cash in the bank. As a result, obviously, there will be no misappropriation of finance with the bank. As a result, there will be a NPA of banks are expected to decrease and banks are expected to perform very professionally. So therefore, we can say that it is one of the good practice, that is need-based banking system as a feature of segment banking. It is an objective-oriented banking system. So here segment banking is an objective-oriented banking system. Say for example, take the credit card wing or a debit card wing. These credit card and debit card internet-based banking system. So here the important objective of this segment banking is not to cheat customer any kind of a cyber related issues. For that, all various whatever the possible the stoppage of the misappropriation of money and other hackers will be taken care by the professional, which means with this segment of bank, which means credit card segment or a debit card segment. So therefore, it is an important feature of a bank. So that is our objective oriented banking system. It has linkages in system. So obviously in this segment banking, what is going to happen? There is a link between one, that is home loan segment to the personal banking segment, and then personal loan segment to the so that is wealth management segment. So there is a each branches as its linkage to pool the resources to pool for the exchanging the financial resources themselves. It has a similar characteristics of a customers, which means in the segment banking, people who wanted to invest in the name of mutual funds. So there may be the people who wanted to invest in the mutual fund segment through a Demat account or through a particular account which is being maintained with a particular bank. Here what is going to happen? Customers are having a low risk in that group. On the other hand, people who wanted to invest on the Demat account through direct buying and selling shares, obviously they will be having high risk characteristics of customers. So therefore we can say that in the segment banking, so we can come across the similar characteristics of customers group. By identifying this group, we can divide different segment of banking. So next, it has more efficiency in practice when these kind of that is dividing groups of individuals with a similar characteristics. Obviously, all professionals being handled all banking activities obviously there is a possibility of increasing in the efficiency in the banking operations. So these are the various features we can come across in the segment banking. Then what are the merits of the segment banking? The important merits of segment banking, it is results in better performance with the bank. What is going to happen here? The work has been divided. The services has been divided into smaller segment. When the services have been divided into smaller segment, obviously people have been professionalized. Obviously efficiency has to increase. When this efficiency increase, that is going to be very good profit, very good advantage to a bank as well as to the customer. So next, there is a great effect on customer management. Here there is a very good customer relationship management. With the segment banking, they are going to give very good services towards customer. When they are going to give very good services towards customer, focused banking is going to take place. Obviously, there is a good CRM, that is customer relationship management. It is expected to happen. This is true because of the segment banking. So therefore, we can say that it is one of the important merit. Next, third merit, that is, it is a value-based segment. So here group of customers, so they are going to generate and cost establishing, which means to say that, and they are going to specific groups when they have a specific characteristic, which means similar characteristics customers when they have, there is a possibility of segmentation model, effective allocation of available resources. It is possible in the bank for the maximizing their profit and selling opportunities, which means to say that effective utilization of resources are possible with the banks because professionals are being working, professionals are there in the particular segment. As a result, bankers, they do not have worry about their resource allocation. So therefore, it is an opportunity for maximizing the selling of their products, which means the banking product that is going to create an opportunity in the market. As a result, economic activities are going to get expand. Segmentation enables the bankers to understand the need of groups that customers serve them a very good junior's response. Here we need to understand the program oriented activities with the bank, which is going to cater the needs of individual, and it is going to give a task efficiency to a bank, that is people. As a result, there is a growth is possible with the bank. As growth is taking place in the bank, obviously good services are expected to happen even with the customers as well. So here competitor specific services and identifying new products and services, it is possible to understand in the market. So here with the segmentation of banking, what are the competitor strategy, and at the same time the marketing efforts, what they are going to make with these competitor strategy and customers expectation and the marketing efforts of the others segmentation. So these people, whatever the problems are there existing system that can be rectified, which means segmentation of banks is a segmentation of banking system is able to understand by the banker towards customers expectations. Customers expectations are easily understand with the help of the segmentation banking. Next, specialization can be achieved in the service delivery promotion. So here when we are keep on doing the same service, obviously there is a very good service delivery mechanism is going to take place. So therefore, loyalty customers and customer retention is possible without having any damage towards the services being rendered by a banker towards customer. These are the important merits which are there in the segment banking by establishing good customer relationship management. What are the demerits of segment banking? The demerits of segment banking is there is a possibility of selection of wrong segment. What is going to happen? We understand segment banking involves similar characteristic people in the segment. Suppose if we select a different characteristics people, not similar characteristics, that will lead to a problem. Example, people who are aged, they are not ready to take risk. So advising these people to invest in the mutual funds or invest in the stock market, that is capital market segment, it is not correct idea. So therefore, wrong selection of segment for the delivery of services may lead to inefficiency. So therefore, this is caused to another a kind of a demerit of segment banking. Here, another second important demerit of segment banking is it will be more expensive. In the segment banking, when we are dividing bank into various segments, obviously it is going to involve more staff. For these staff, so our salaries to be paid, so it is economically burden to a bank. At the same time, similar kind of needs also needed in the bank in the form of advertisement. So therefore, it is uneconomical. There will be no scope for the growth opportunities since it has been selected for a particular segment on a need based. Another demerit of this segment banking is there is no growth opportunities, because here we already selected a particular segment. In that particular segment here, again, how to identify the opportunity for a growth? Really, it is a difficult one. So therefore, we can say that there will be no scope for the growth opportunity. Next, there is no guarantee the bankers to understand the needs of the group, that customer, and serve them well over the junior responses from each segment bank. Here, there is no guarantee, which means we don't know whether they are understanding really 100% the bankers, the group of individuals about their sentiment, about their the needs. So therefore, this may be mismatch. So therefore, it is also one of the demerit of segment banking. Here, this may not understand the competitor's specific services. Specific services, this may not understand with regards to identifying new products, because other strategy, maybe new product may be different from this bank to the another bank. Potential customers, and who are the potential customers, and how to meet their expectation in the particular segment. These are the things it is very difficult to understand. Next, as a sixth demerit, it will lead to monotonous in service delivery. In a segment banking, when the people are keep on doing the same related work, obviously they will be monotonous about their services. So there will be no efficiency. They are not ready to understand. They are not ready to, so that is, learn about new things, what is happening in the other segment. So therefore, it is one of the other important demerit of segment banking. Next, further recap. In this session, we understand the meaning of segment banking. In the meaning of segment banking, that is, it is a practice of banking method by dividing different similar characteristics of customers and conducting the banking business. Example, wholesale banking, retail banking, home loan segment, retail loan segment, corporate loan segment, wealth management, like these, dividing various segments of bank and understanding it. And types of segment banking. The different types of segment banking, like wholesale banking segment, retail banking segment, wealth banking, wealth management banking segment. So like these various types of bank segment we understand, and features of banking segment we understand in these features. So that is, when similar characteristic feature people are there in the particular group, and then as a result the same service delivery mechanism can adopt. As adopting the same service delivery mechanism, efficiency is expected to increase. Next, merits and demerits. In the merit, by practice of the segment banking, what are the advantages are there? One example, only one category segment people are undertaking the capital market operations in the bank branch. Obviously they are going to be professionals. As a result, what is going to happen? There is a profitability, efficiency expected to increase. Next, demerits of segment banking. In the demerits of segment banking, the most demerit, when the people are in a particular segment, they are keep on doing work monotonous, so they are not willing to adopt any kind of a change of their future services. So it is one of the important demerit of segment banking. So like this, so the important things which we come across in this session. So I hope all of you understand better on the topic of segment banking, all my dear friends. Thank you very much.